Chapter 2.
The feeling followed me and the lie became a pattern. I became very good at managing what people saw. In school, when I struggled in math, I hid my failing grades until it was too late to fix them. In high school, I told my parents the teacher had it out for me rather than admit I'd been too embarrassed to ask for help. When I got into college, a small state school, not the university my parents had hoped for, I let them believe I'd chosen it, that it was about wanting to stay close to home, not about my grades not being good enough. In my first dating relationships, when my boyfriend asked if something was wrong, I'd smile and say, "I'm fine," even when I was crumbling inside. I was terrified that if I showed him the messy, uncertain parts of me, he'd see what I'd always suspected, that I wasn't worth the trouble. In my first serious relationship, I had become a polished expert at, "I'm fine." Mark would ask if something was wrong, and I'd smile and say everything was great even when I was struggling, even when I needed him. I knew if I showed him the real me, he'd see what I'd always suspected, that I was a liar. We dated for almost 2 years. He proposed on a beach in Hawaii, and I said yes even though something in me whispered that I was pretending, that he didn't really know me, that I'd gotten so good at managing what people saw that I'd disappeared. Three months before the wedding, I broke it off. I told him I wasn't ready, that I needed time. I was too young. But the truth I couldn't say out loud, was that I couldn't marry someone who only loved a version of me I'd invented. He was devastated. My parents were confused. My friends all loved him and thought I was self-sabotaging. Maybe I was. But I couldn't shake the feeling that if I went through with it, I'd spend the rest of my life standing in the wreckage of that ceramic jar, pretending everything just fell on its own. I moved to Alberta after that, started over, told myself I'd be different this time. But the wall came with me, the one I'd built between who I really was and who I let people see. It kept me safe. It kept me alone. For years I told myself it didn't matter. It was just a cookie jar, an accident, a small childhood mistake. But the thing about lies, even small ones, even ones born from fear and shame, is that they teach you something about yourself. They teach you that the truth is dangerous, that love is conditional, that if people really knew you, they might not look at you the same way. I remembered how Danny seemed to stay with us a long time, and he constantly seemed to get me in trouble. I had wanted him to leave. I didn't like him. He blamed everything on me. I was scared of him, so I let him. I didn't understand what was happening at the time, but reflecting back, I knew he hurt me. I carried the weight of that broken jar into every friendship, every job, every love. I became an expert at seeming fine, at being low maintenance, at never needing too much or asking too many questions or taking up too much space. The honor system, I'd learned, was a trap. If you were trusted and you failed, the shame was unbearable. Better not to be trusted at all. Stay tuned for Chapter 3.